Anatolia, a geography shrouded in the mists of history. Here, in the 2nd millennium BCE, the mighty Hittite Empire rose and reigned for centuries. Yet, beneath the shadow of the Hittites lay a civilization even older, one they respected, and its forgotten language. This is the story of a language once spoken in the heart of Anatolia, now almost entirely lost to silence, Hattian, the language of the Hatti. The Hittites were the state builders and the writers. But before the Hittites arrived, the people who named this land Hatti were already here, and they spoke an ancient language that was isolated, unlike the Indo-European tongue of the Hittites. Their culture formed the foundation of the Hittite state, but their language slowly vanished. Can a language be proven to exist and yet completely disappear? The situation of the Hattian language is exactly this paradox. We have found almost no independent texts written directly in the Hattian language. The traces of this language are hidden in a strange place, within the Hittite cuneiform tablets. The Hittites held the traditions of the preceding Hattians in high esteem, so much so that they chose to record their religious prayers and rituals in the original Hattian language, rather than translating them into their own. These prayers typically begin with the inscription, to be recited in the language of Hatti, instantly interrupting the main Hittite text. This context transforms the Hattian language into a kind of fossil. While the Hittites intended to preserve these sacred words, they inadvertently gave us a tiny window into one of the oldest known Anatolian languages. As linguists attempt to piece together these small fragments, they realize just how unique Hattian was. While Hittite was an Indo-European language, Hattian appears to be an isolate. This means it doesn't belong to any of the major language families that form the ancestors of modern tongues. As far as we can tell, the language tended to use prefixes, placing elements before the word root. This feature was markedly different from the general structure of other Anatolian languages. But do we know exactly what this language sounded like? Sadly, no. The prayers on the tablets give us the meanings of the words, because their Hittite translations are nearby, but it is not enough to fully understand the grammatical structure, the exact pronunciation, or the entire vocabulary. Hattian, therefore, remains a partially deciphered language. Debate continues, was Hattian truly isolated, or did it have distant relatives, perhaps among Caucasian languages? The mystery endures. Around the 18th century BCE, as the Hittites expanded across Anatolia, the Hattian language began its gradual decline. The Hattians integrated into Hittite culture. In fact, the Hittites continued to refer to themselves as the people of Hattusa, those from the city of Hattusa. The name of the people remained, but their voice disappeared. Their language survived only for a time in the realm of religion and ritual, and then it fell entirely silent. The descent of Hattian into oblivion reminds us of a poignant historical lesson. A civilization can endure physically, but when they lose their language, the purest form of their identity and way of thought is also extinguished. So, when a language is completely forgotten, is the civilization it carried truly lost? The whispers of Hattian continue to pose this question throughout the infinite history of Anatolia. If you find the forgotten corners of history as fascinating as we do, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join us on our next journey into the deep past. What other ancient mysteries should we uncover next? Let us know in the comments below.